set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 17 carries, 61 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
1 yard gain.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence, screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bills now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by preventing that sack right out of the gate.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Howard. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Howard now from the gun on 3rd down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
The Bills at 9-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st down, going back to Patterson.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Howard. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Howard.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bills are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end and those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
Holding, offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Got a man, it's Patterson, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Running left, here's Patterson.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Howard. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Operating from the gun, Howard. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
On play action, Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got it.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Etienne up the middle.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars! From 3 yards out,
and the Jaguars have regained the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, Howard. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. Now Lawrence. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff for Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run with Etienne. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're a
of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Howard on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Howard. This one left side caught by Patterson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Looking to throw. Howard. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Third and goal now, mere inches from Pater. Howard toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go. It's Patterson.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
This one caught by Ridley. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
It's caught. Smith. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and 2. Lawrence.
That's into the hands of Edwards.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they have regained the lead.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Settling down now to watch Thursday Night Football. Let's take a look ahead to what's coming here on the rest of this holiday weekend. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit, a big one for the Lions, as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the New York Giants. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field. for a big gainer and a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now Howard to throw on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Howard. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. Trayvon Walker. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Or look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
Now Lawrence.
And this one complete to Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
And able to find Kirk complete.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He completes it to Ridley. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. 23 yards the pickup there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Etienne.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On play action, Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Howard. And Davis has it over the middle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
They'll run with Patterson.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Now, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fix that you put on next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller. Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Howard throwing on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down, Howard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Howard. It's complete to Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Patterson running between the tackles.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Howard. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw is Howard on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Back to the ground now. Patterson.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Howard. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Robinson's got it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Etienne. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Lawrence will throw.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's going to find Edwards open downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now Lawrence
avoids him at the 5.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd and goal,
Lawrence.
This is caught. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
This one left side, caught by Patterson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Another completion right back to Patterson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Personal foul. Safety. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Howard now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Howard. Throw right side, caught by Davis.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll look to throw again. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Patterson on the draw.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Now left side on the swing pass. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And down to the 41.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Etienne with it.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. And it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Hey, Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive.